Lads, what's going on? Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Will Courtney. I'm a 22-year-old entrepreneur from the northeast of England, and for the past year and a half now, I've been traveling the world, connecting with the coolest entrepreneurs on the planet. And with that in mind, I've built my own business called Willionaire, which is a private brotherhood of like-minded entrepreneurs where we help each other scale our businesses whilst having a good time doing it. And here today, I'm doing a Q&A, so I'll be answering all the questions that people fired into my Q&A box on Instagram. I've not actually read through all of these, so I don't really know what they're going to be about, but I presume it will have a lot to do with mindset, business, and life. Okay, so the first one from Matthias is, what's the click behind your latest revenue increase? So, to be honest, I don't think there was a click. I think what happened was I'd spent the last year planting a lot of seeds, watering those seeds and giving the seeds the nutrients. And I feel like in 2025, we started to harvest all of those seeds that we started to sow. Compound, the compound effect plays a massive part in this. I feel like in life, business, and like physique, everything comes downstream from the actions of today. So I went to the gym today, I did Muay Thai, and I played paddle, and I ate clean. I'm not going to see the results of that today, but I'm going to see the results of that in like 2-3 weeks time when I start to get even leaner, get fitter, feel more athletic. So it's the same with business. Like I built some solid foundations of Willionaire over the past year. Made some incredible relationships with some incredible people, which then turned into clients. What do you call it? A lot of the people I signed in like January and February were split pay, so I split it up into 3. So I guess in March it compounded to getting new guys on and also other guys paying off the rest of the package. So I think that's also accounts for a reason why we had an increase in revenue. Second question is, what's your top 3 affirmations / things you tell yourself when the going gets tough? That's from Dan. Really interesting question there, mate. The top 3 affirmations, I don't know if I've got a top 3, but let me try and rattle some off, which I do. So when things get hard, I try to look at myself in the mirror, I look at myself in the mirror and I tell myself that this is easy. Like, this is what I'm capable of. I'm made to do this. Nothing's going to stop me. So it's all about self-image, and I really embed that in myself, and I make sure that I know that I am capable of whatever the task is at hand. When I'm on runs and I start to get tired, I start to like shout out loud. I'm like, where the fuck are the hills? You know, I try and like egg it on, act as if things are easy when maybe they aren't. I don't actually think I have like a top 3 affirmations. Someone called Early Nights put on, do you guys prioritize sleep for optimum performance? Short answer, yes. Long answer, no. So as entrepreneurs, I think we can all agree with this, or at least 90% of them can, is that sleep is super essential. For me, sleep it's night and day. If I have a bad night's sleep, I can feel it in my mood. I can feel it in my performance in the gym. I get more distracted when I'm working. So we do prioritize sleep in Willionaire. I certainly do, and I know a lot of the other guys do prioritize sleep so we can perform at the best possible level in all aspects of our lives. However, there is a caveat. Working, building a business, building an incredible physique, working on yourself, spending time with your friends, it takes up a lot of time, and sacrifices do have to be made, and unfortunately sleep is probably the most common sacrifice. We don't skip our diets. Well, I know I don't, very occasionally, and if I do, then it's kind of made up for via something else. Workouts, never a problem. It always does tend to be sleep, but I stick to a rule. It can happen one night in the row, but it can't happen the next. As long as you live by that rule, you should be doing all right. Why are you so sexy? Thanks, Mum. Thanks, Dad, for that one. What is your community actually about? Willionaire is really for entrepreneurs who want more out of life. It's for people who understand that money isn't everything. Yes, we all want to hit those 100, 500k months, but we want to enjoy the process whilst doing it. It seems to be everyone reaches the peak of their wealth at like the end of their career, at the end of their lives. They get to like 50, 60, 70, 80 years old, and they've accumulated more wealth than they've ever had in their life. The thing is, that's at the end of their life. What good is that? My philosophy is about actually enjoying your life. Yes, we're building businesses, but we can have fun whilst we're doing it. You know, living in this villa in Thailand, it's pretty expensive, but it motivates you to work harder. You're in nice places, you're creating memories, you're creating experiences. So in a nutshell, Willionaire is a community for entrepreneurs making over 10k a month. I've also got another one for guys scaling to 10k a month, where we just want the most out of life. We want to scale our businesses, but we also want to have a bloody good time while we're doing it. Okay, from Orlando, what are your thoughts on the current dating market? Interesting question, man. I think this is person specific. Like, everybody wants a different thing. Everyone's going to get a different thing. But my thought is that girls all want a certain type of man, and that certain type of man doesn't really exist. or he does, but they're few and far between. Girls want a guy who's in incredible shape. Girls want a guy who's making lots of money, who has their own business. Girls want a guy who's strong, who can fight. Girls want a guy who's clever and articulate. Girls want a guy who's like daring and got that daredevil streak in him. Girls want a confident guy. Girls want a guy who they can spend lots of time with. Girls want a guy who is like in control. But think of how many guys have 8% body fat with a beautifully diced six-pack, with a business that makes 100k a month, with relationships with his family, who has time to spend with her. Like, it's not common. I'm not really sure how to answer that question, Orlando, but in my experiences, girls can be a distraction, but it's like anything. Maybe too much of it is bad, but a small bit of it isn't so bad. And when it comes to dating, it's all about framing. You don't want to let your frame go when you're with a girl. Like, we all know what it's like when you meet a lovely girl. You get all those butterflies and you feel like you're falling head over heels, but reality is, she's just a girl and you've still got a body to build, a mind to strengthen, and a business to grow. So as long as the girl doesn't get in the way and you set clear expectations from the start, like, I need to be in bed by 11 p.m. So if you're going to come and try and touch my dick all night, or if you're going to come and want to watch movies or get takeaways, that can't happen. The second thing is, for me, is I don't think, this sounds really bad, I've not met a girl yet who I feel like deserves this life. She would have to reciprocate a lot, and she would have to be very feminine, and I've not found a girl like that, and younger than me. Like, if I was dating a girl, seriously, she'd be instantly spawned into this life. She'd instantly be living in this villa, eating clean, healthy food, going to the nicest gyms, doing loads of cool trips. So one, that's like a shit ton more money I've got to spend, and two, it's like, what's she going to be bringing to the table? She's going to have to be absolutely spot on. All right, another question is, do you drink alcohol? No, I identify as a non-drinker. In 2024, I didn't have a single drink until my granddad died in December. I had a whiskey, and then this year I've drank a few times, but I still tell people I don't drink alcohol because, again, it's all about self-image. I see myself as someone who doesn't drink alcohol. I went to Milan, I tried some wine, and then I went to Marbella, I had a night out with the lads, and then next time I drank was in Koh Samui. We had the white party, so I drank then. But I still identify as a non-drinker. That way, when people ask me to go out, I already know myself I don't drink, and they already see me as someone who doesn't drink as well. I'm not anti-alcohol, but I'm pro-sobriety. What did your parents think about your online business? At the start, they didn't really understand it, but now they took the time and I've explained to them what it is I actually do. And they're fully supportive of it. They want me to be successful just as much as I do. I'm incredibly blessed to have such loving and supporting parents, and yeah, they both know that they're going to be looked after as soon as it's possible, and that is a life goal of mine. What do your friends from home think about your online business? So there's two types of friends from home. One type of friend is in awe. One type of friend is super happy for what you're doing and is really pleased for your success. Fucking just been bit by an ant. Yeah, so that's one type of friend, and they're almost open to learning how you do it. And then there's another type of friend who's like crabs in the bucket mentality. People want to see you do well, but they don't want to see you do better than they are. And those people have thrown around a lot of sly comments and try to put you down. But at the end of the day, I just don't really give a fuck. Simple as. It used to bug me, used to get me down. But would you rather be the person doing the talking or the person being talked about? Where's your hometown? What was it like growing up there compared to all the travelling? My hometown is a small town in the northeast of England. It's called Blythe, north of Newcastle. I love the place, you know, it's where I come from. It's my roots. I've got my kickboxing gym there. I've got both my families there, my mum's side and my dad's side. I've got some amazing friends there too. Unfortunately, I think at one point it was the drug capital of the UK. And unfortunately, it's just not the environment where you can go on these self-development journeys and you can surround yourself with the right people. There's not much opportunities there. Yeah, it's a shame, but I plan to make a change to that. I want to be MP of Blythe one day. I want to make things right. I want to provide better education. I want to look after the town more. I want to give more opportunities to the people there. Yeah, I fucking love Blythe. If you're from Blythe and you're watching this, then big love. Best books you have read? There's a few books which I've enjoyed. One, I would say, is The Alchemist. I think I read that at a nice time. I was in Bali, and it really goes into detail about this boy who's on a journey, and I resonated with the boy. But then again, I think everyone resonates with that person in the book. It was, yeah, if you've not read it, read it. Next one is probably The Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday. Great book, goes into a lot of detail about stoicism and how that all works. I read that book when I first moved to Koh Samui, and it did a lot for me. It helped me stay strong in some tough times and helped me view the world in a different light. To be honest, there's so many books I could recommend. Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss, great book. Atomic Habits changed my life when I first read it. 48 Laws of Power, great. What does your diet and training look like while traveling? Pretty simple. In my head, I just try and lift weights every day and I try and do cardio every day. That's in its simplest form. I try and do a lot of fun social activities, which include cardio, like group sparring, group runs, paddle, all sorts, anything, walks. I just try and do a lot of cardio to stay lean, and weights, just, you've got to do strength training, I feel like. Diet-wise, every restaurant I go to, I just say no sugar, no oil, please. Learn it in that language. To be honest, I eat chicken and eggs or steak and eggs, and then fruit. That's pretty much my diet. I just keep it easy. How do you manage relationships while constantly moving? Bro, it's 2025. We've got social media, we've got WhatsApp, we've got FaceTime. It's not as hard as you think. Yes, I do miss all my family, I miss all my friends, but we're literally just a call away. So that does make it easier. And I also feel like the point I am in my life is I'm on a mission right now. Every story has that plot where a young boy goes to some mountains far, far away and goes on some crazy, like, ninja side quests and comes back a hero and slays the dragon, and I feel like that's the period of life I'm in right now. What makes Willionaire different from other business communities? Okay, so 2 reasons really. The first one is the authenticity. We generally have really good relationships with one another. We've got guys living together without me telling them to. We've got, like, when I say without me telling them to, it's without me arranging it. We've got guys living together in Marbella, Bulgaria, Bali, Bangkok, Koh Samui, Thailand. There's another 2 villas with the guys. So that's really, really nice to see. The relationships are genuine. I've not seen so many, like the amount of genuine relationships in any other communities. Like, all the guys get along, all the guys, you know, vibe with one another. And it generally is a brotherhood, and I'm fucking proud of that. What advice would you give 20-year-old self? Give your 20-year-old self. Okay, so 20-year-old me was grinding. So, bit of context, 20-year-old me was in back-to-back kickboxing fight camps. I had a shoe cleaning business underneath my kickboxing gym for efficiency. And my job was a renewable energy developer right next to my kickboxing gym / shoe cleaning office. I was just grinding. I was the hardest worker I knew. And if I was to give myself any advice, it'd just be not, like, don't stop. I just keep going. And I'm sure that is what 25-year-old Will would tell 22-year-old Will. Just keep going, because I'm on the right trajectory. I always was. It's just, you've got to learn things yourself. Life is like an apprenticeship. You just learn and live and earn on the way. What's the real value of being around high-level entrepreneurs? Easy, accountability, inspiration, fun. You know, high-level entrepreneurs, they're all in good shape. They've all got a solid mindset, and that's what you need around you. Inspiration, they're crushing their business. They're doing things really, really well. So why would that not inspire you? Accountability. You've got people killing it, they've got people smashing it. Why on earth would you then not smash your stuff when you're being surrounded by them? You're just going to feel like an idiot. What was your biggest business mistake so far? I don't actually know if I've had any mistakes. I've had challenges, and every challenge was just an opportunity to grow. But mistake, I don't know if I've had any mistakes. And I think it's going to take me too long to think of an answer. What habits have changed your life the most? Working out, without doubt. Journaling. And going to church. How did you start traveling while building a business? Urgency, simple answer. I had to put my back up against the wall if I wanted to stay traveling and stay out of the UK. So I did just that and I made it work. People say that they like to lock in one place while they build a business, but for me, I know no different. So for me, it's just a case of getting shit done. And then even if you do work 12 hours a day, it's sound like, look where you're working 12 hours a day. Look at that. Unreal. How do you reset when you feel stuck or lost? Well, I never feel lost because I know where I am and I know where I'm going and I know how to get there. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it. So I feel like it's impossible to feel lost when you know where you are and where you're going. It's just simple as that. When I kind of feel a bit burnt out or a little bit stressed, it's simple. Gym and then sauna, ice bath. That combo, easy. And have some food. When I have food, it always calms us down. So I don't know if that was the answer that you were looking for. How do you deal with pressure to always be on or successful? Pressure makes precious stones, bro. You know, like, then again, pressure from who? It's literally me versus me. And I know what I need to do and I know why I'm doing it. So I don't feel too much pressure besides the pressure I place on myself, and that pressure is a privilege. So I don't think there's a lot to deal with there. How do you choose where to go next? So right now I go to the places where there's a bunch of my boys in Willionaire, so I'll just go and see them. I'll go and visit them. Or the places where I want to go and I invite a bunch of boys with me. That's pretty much it. Just like, that's what we did in Marbella. What's your favourite place you've lived so far and why? It's got to be Koh Samui, Thailand, where I am right now. Reason being, it's incredibly biased. because when I moved here last year, it completely changed my life and changed the person I was and the trajectory I was on. Like, it was fucking amazing. So it's always got a special place in my heart. I've got loads of memories and like small little places. It feels like a second home for me. How do you balance enjoying life while staying productive? So my business is different from most because a lot of my work is actually me having fun too. Like organising cool events with the boys, training with the boys. But then if I want to do something fun, I just put it in my calendar, man. Like, just you'd put anything in your calendar. Just like schedule it in so then you don't feel guilty. And if you think that you're going to feel guilty, then do something about it. How do you handle hiring and managing a remote team? For me right now, everyone who works with me and alongside me is all a member of either Willionaire or Willionaire Ascend. So it's lush, to be honest. Like, all of the guys who work with me are my friends from Willionaire, so it's really cool. How do you come up with content ideas while on the move? To be honest, I don't know. A lot of my content on my Instagram, on my personal brand, is just clips of me talking on podcasts because I feel like I spit some facts now and again. So yeah, and it's easy. I just get one of my boys in Willionaire to chop them up for me and I get them posted. For my business page, Willionaire, I get my editor to do them for me and tell me like what shit to record. And then for my YouTube, it's just really vlogs, like day in the life with the boys. It's just things I want to talk about. Things I feel like would be valuable for other entrepreneurs to hear. That's literally it. I'm no content expert, hence why my YouTube videos get like 400 views, but we're trying to grow it. If anyone's got any tips, then reach out. How do you stay authentic while also marketing yourself? People like people. People are going to much prefer you for just being yourself. And if they don't like you for being yourself, then it's fine because you probably wouldn't want that person to like you anyway. So it's calm at the end of the day. So how do I stay authentic? It's just by not giving a fuck. It's like, don't be concerned about other people's opinions, because the moment you start being concerned about what other people think of you, that's when you start acting differently. So the first thing is like having that confidence just to be yourself. And I didn't have that until I moved to Thailand the first time. I moved to Thailand, and then I realized that no one here knew who I was or what I did. So I could just unapologetically be myself and there'd be no repercussions or no judgment. So that was a game changer for me. Just having the confidence just to be myself, talk how I want to talk, dress how I want to dress, everything. What's your take on personal branding versus business branding? I'm not really a marketing genius, to be fair, but I do know that if you don't have a personal brand in 2025, you're leaving so much money and so much opportunities on the table. Just by having a personal brand can get you into rooms that you wouldn't have already been in. Lads, I'm going to call that a wrap there. I've got a few more questions, but to be honest, I've got shit to do. Lads, look at them biceps. If you're an entrepreneur and you want to surround yourself with cool guys, you want to travel the world, scale your business with the help of others, because you're tired of being a lone wolf, then you can follow me on Instagram, Will Courtney with 3 Ys, it's in the description below. Subscribe to my channel, you can even book in a call if you want. I'm not going to hard close you. We'll just say if you're a good fit for Willionaire if you want to join, and we can go from there. If you're new to the channel, then please do drop a like and a subscribe. I appreciate it big time. Alright boys, ciao.